Question number 2, John Hayes.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Finance. What recent reports has he received on the New Zealand economy and business growth?
Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, quite a number of reports. For example, the Grant Thornton Global Dynamism Index for 2013 was released today, showing that New Zealand is now ranked 4th in the world in terms of the most attractive countries for enabling dynamic business growth. Our 4th placing is up from 13th last year, ahead of countries we traditionally think of as strong in fostering business, including Singapore, the US, South Korea, Japan and Germany. The index ranks 60 of the world's largest economies on 22 indicators. Amongst those indicators, New Zealand ranks particularly well in its policies around private enterprise and competition, political stability, legal and regulatory risk, broadband lines per head of population, and the quality of our overall financial regulatory system.
Supplementary question, John Hayes.
What do the reports he's seen say about the outlook for the New Zealand economy?
Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, they're very positive. For example, the New Zealand Institute for Economic Research recently produced its forecasts, saying despite some risks it expects further solid growth. NZIER forecasts economic growth to average 2.6% per year over the next 3 years, although of course, Mr. Speaker, we're all aware that the drought earlier this year means the June GDP figure due out tomorrow will have taken a knock. That view is supported by the $2.2 billion current account deficit figure out today for the June quarter, which was a slight increase largely due to reduced earnings from dairy exports because of the drought. However, NZIER expects exports to grow at 2.6% per year once the drought's effects have run through, and overall they report broad-based and higher growth rates over the next 3 years.
Supplementary question, John Hayes.
How are improving economic prospects being reflected in the business sector?
Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Well, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, very well, in fact. In fact, right across the business sector, a report out today by MYOB, Business Monitor, which surveys more than 1,000 business owners and managers, shows a significant improvement in the confidence and financial expectations of small and medium-sized businesses. Importantly, Mr. Speaker, the survey shows that 30% of SMEs reported revenue rises over the past year, with 43% reporting stable revenues. Just 24% saw a fall, which is fewer firms than in the previous 12 months, and the 12 months before that. Interestingly, it compares with only 18% of Australian operators seeing revenue growth in the past year, according to a similar survey in Australia.
Supplementary question, the Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Can I ask the Minister, why on earth is he still the Minister of Finance when another of his misguided decisions, this time to stop investing in the Cullen Fund, has missed out on hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars of global share price rises as the fund earned a stunning 25.8% in the 2012-13 year? Why doesn't he just resign?
Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Well, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, I thought the honourable member had a better grasp of economics in that the idea that you could borrow money to invest in the share market and raise money is one of those fallacies that most families decide not to do because they realise that actually if you could borrow your way to success, we'd have done that in this country a long, long time ago.
Order. Supplementary question, John Hayes.
Supplementary, Speaker. What reports has the Minister of Finance seen on business confidence and jobs growth in the economy?
Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the Minister of Finance, ANZ recently released its Business Outlook survey showing a net 43% of firms expect their own business activity to improve, a positive signal of investment and hiring intentions. Consistent with this, job site Seek reports a pickup in the labour market with 91,000 jobs advertised in the last 4 months, which is an increase of 8,000 over the first 4 months of this year. And last Friday, ANZ released its Consumer Confidence Survey, which showed a slight easing but remained above long-term averages. Together, Mr. Speaker, these reports show a consistent picture of steady growth and growing confidence. Both globally and domestically, there remains real challenges, which is why the government remains committed to its program to foster business growth, in turn creating the jobs that support New Zealanders and their families.
Question number 3, the Honourable David Parker.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question